Hello, Keist here, and this is going to be a quick intro onto the Dominion Lunch Stream series. This is going to be a group of videos that me and my coworkers and friends and fellow Dominion players play throughout the lockdown during quarantine and COVID and stuff. Normally, we would play every day at lunch at our office, but since we've been remoting home and we're going to be remoting till at least the end of 2020, we haven't played Dominion with each other in like 4 months, so we're going to start doing that every week. Eight, mostly at noon on Wednesdays, unless something weird happens. We'll kind of try to rotate in people based on people we know first, because there's more than four of us. And maybe include outside viewers as this thing kind of rolls in popularity. A little bit of our background, though. My name's the Keist. Most they'll call me Kyle on stream just because it's my name. I prefer Keist and stuff. If you haven't noticed on my channel, I stream a lot of other video games right now, but my main focus before COVID was I was actually a fighting game tournament organizer in Columbus, Ohio, running offline events where people bring in consoles and stuff like that. Uh, Dominion, we found because we needed a game we could play at lunch that was three or two player. Because back then, a lot of us were doing card games like Spades, Euchre, Bridge, and stuff, which is great when you have four people. But then if you didn't have four or exactly four, you were kind of screwed. So uh, I've tried Dominion at a friend's place during a party. I didn't really get it too much, except that I liked how A, the games were quick, so we could do it within an hour or even two games within an hour. And B, my favorite part about Dominion is that every game is significantly different because it's, randomized with the kingdom and stuff. So those two things, we played it and we got into it as a group back in 2011, 2012. It was around when Hinterlands came out, to put in perspective, because it was like just came out, and it was actually the first expansion I bought. Uh, and it wasn't just me and two of my buddies, or Juan was one of the first people that you'll see throughout these videos, but we had probably a good 12 Dominion players. We would actually do tournaments at during these lunch breaks that would span over like months based on various rounds. We would do more than just three player and four player, but we also did a lot of one on ones. Juan and I would go super hardcore and end up buying every set, as well as doing lots of online games, especially during the isotropic era. I don't remember our ratings offhand because I don't even remember the max. Pretty much, I'm usually a good. I'm like a little below Juan, but I'll kind of get into that more. Um, and then we've caught up on every expansion, uh, and just kind of buy them as we keep going and stuff. Occasionally, we get coworkers coming in and out of the company for various reasons, as is given with any job, really. Uh, some people would come and play with us, some would not. Some would play a few games and then never play again. But over the years, we've probably gotten a good amount of people that hopefully I can get onto these episodes later based on what they're doing and stuff, because they would love to play Dominion with us again, I'm sure. The four main players you're going to see, though, are going to be myself, which I've kind of talked about, but I'll kind of talk more from Dominion aspect. I'm currently 52 on Dominion games, but there's a asterisk there because typically whenever I play, I'll do uh, on default you can do minus 10 ranks from where you are or plus 10 levels from where you are, and then it searches within that 20 level thing. I still do the 20 level difference, but the big difference is I only do like minus 5 or sometimes even minus 2, and then I'll do like plus 15 or plus 18. So in other words, I'm most of the time I'm playing people who are a lot better than I am, and so then I lose more often than I win, and then I've still got to 52. So I'm not sure where I'm actually at. I don't think I'm past 60 because my friend Juan, who you'll see on here frequently. He is around 56, and he's a very good player. He typically leans towards engine styles of plays, which, as you all know, engines are extremely strong in Dominion. He's so good at it in our group that typically our games go, well, whatever strategy you come up with, you have to win before Juan wins. So he's definitely the better late game player. I kind of skipped over myself. I kind of prefer to go for like a precision kind of a play or more of a combo player where the idea is to get one turn to line up that will dictate who's probably going to win or lose the game at that point. Tournament is probably the best example to describe such a strat because whoever can like get the province first gets the followers. But obviously there's more things around that. Uh, our third player that you'll see a lot on here is Shester, or he'll be Woohoo in the Dominion games, but you'll see on the Discord it'll be Shester. He's kind of the wild card player. Technically, pretty much whenever you come up with any strat, you then have to add the clause of what is Shester going to do, or what's Trent going to do? Is he going to do his own thing again, and we have to watch for it? So typically, the most common one is like 3 pile games. But it might be like, oh, he found that infinite that just gets him all sorts of coin token stuff, or he's going to go mass pirate ship and somehow win with that. The better way to describe him is take the Dark Knight movie and you have that speech with Alfred's referring to people who just want to watch the world burn, and he's kind of that epiphany on it. When he first joined us, it was later on, like 2014, 15 maybe. I don't remember exactly the year. He'll correct me, I'm sure, when he sees this. He was losing a lot of games at first, but we got him to finally tweak into like how to get that mindset to win at Dominion, which is another reason I like Dominion, because you actually have your personality reflected into the games. The fourth player you'll see the most on here, sometimes not, because he just had kids recently, so we're not sure exactly when he'll be able to join. I think he'll be joining us. He'll join when he can. Is Vamington, and he's probably the newest player among us, so he's kind of in the high 40s. He would probably he's probably the most balanced play style wise I think I've seen. He'll kind of do anything as long as he thinks it's like the right play. It might not be the right play, but he can do big money well, he can do engines well, he can do combos well, he can do slogs well. He can 3 pile games and see all that fun stuff. I just he's one of the few players I've played where I can't really describe like a style to him, if that makes sense. Other players I'll kind of talk about as they come on air in their individual episodes, but point is we've played with a wide variety of players, not just in work, but through the other friends I've made through the few times we're able to play outside of work and stuff. One of those instances is we had a thing called dday, where back when it was possible, we would actually take the entire stack of randomizers and we would go down. We would play and we would take 10, play that game, and do that until all the randomizers were gone, which would usually be about 14 games of Dominion. The way we kind of spiced it up, though, is that since 3 of us had all the expansions, if we got 12 people to show up, those 3 tables of 4 would not be playing different kingdoms. We'd all be playing the exact same kingdoms at the same time, and then kind of rotate tables based on results and stuff. So, and then added like goofy things like achievements or wearing a funny hat if you were the guy who won last, and all sorts of other goofy things like that. And it was cool because if you just people could just rotate in and out throughout the day. We maybe had like 3 players that stay the entire thing, but point is that we found a way to like make Dominion try hard and fun, because Dominion's such a well designed game that you can do such a thing like that too. So uh, but yeah, hopefully that kind of gives a little bit of explanation on that. I guess the bad news is that this series will have a time limit. Whenever we go back to the offices will be when this series ends. So it'll be at least till 2020, or at least till 2021, I should say. Don't know if it'll end on that week in January or if it'll be another year or something. Kind of depends on COVID and all that other fun stuff. Please give feedback on the stream and stuff. Throughout the stream itself, we'll be using Discord attached to the players, but throughout the games, I can give analysis without the other players hearing me, unless I want them to hear me give the analysis and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this is also educational for those who want to get better at Dominion. And yeah, hopefully it'll be good. There'll be a lot of these. Hope you enjoy. Leave feedback on what you don't like. I'll try to make these high depth with whatever sounds possible, but let's face it, I'm using a laptop to stream, and I got a crappy Logitech mic, and don't want to spend more money on that than I have to, so. But yeah, enjoy the videos, and catch you in the kingdoms. Man, that's a terrible catchphrase. Ugh.